Hello everybody, Jordan Nelson here. Today we're going to talk about one big tip to help you improve your wedding videography. So let's get started. So as you're editing a wedding film, you're looking at the same clips over and over and playing it over and over, and sometimes you can get desensitized to what you're actually looking at. It all starts to get jumbled together. You don't know what looks good and what doesn't. One big tip is to have someone else watch your footage. They can help let you know if something doesn't look right, doesn't feel right, that particular clip seems out of place, that person doesn't look very good in that clip, that's probably not the best one to use. A lot of that stuff, sometimes when you're editing, you can get desensitized to because you're just looking at the same thing over and over. Or some music doesn't seem to be synced up because you just keep listening to it and it all sounds the same. And someone else who is outside of your sphere of editing, who hasn't been looking over this stuff, would be able to tell some of those things. So I'd say show 2 or 3 people your wedding video before you go ahead and send it to the couple. I'm guilty of not doing this. I'm guilty of just finishing it up and saying it looks good to me and sending it over. But what's really nice is when my wife has feedback, it makes the video better. Having an outside voice looking in and saying, hey, that clip doesn't seem to fit very well, you might want to replace it or take it out or do something. And it's always really helpful because sometimes I just don't notice those things because I'm just so in the details of looking at the color correction and just watching the same clips over and over. So it's always really helpful to have some fresh pair of eyes taking a look at your stuff. And it also makes sense because they're another person who would be seeing it for the first time, just like the couple would be or their parents would be. And maybe they're not videography professionals and they don't know the ins and outs about like, oh, that was a great, edit that you did there. That was a great shot that you got. I saw how you did that. Not everyone's thinking like that. A lot of them are just watching the video as is and taking it in emotionally, and that's them in the video, and that's someone they know in the video. It's that type of stuff that they're looking out for. So having someone that's kind of not in the realm of professional videography is probably a really good idea to use them as a resource to say, does this look right? Does this feel right? Does this seem like something that if you were receiving this wedding video that you would be really excited about watching? So I think that's a really big thing that could be overlooked. I've overlooked it, and I know I've benefited from asking other people to take a look at my work before I've sent it over to the couple. So that's my quick tip to help you improve your wedding videography. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.